Hello, it's almost 11 a.m. here in Seoul. I'm Woo Seong at the Arirang News Center. We're breaking into our regular programming to bring you a live briefing from the South Korean health authorities on the coronavirus outbreak. And right now we've just gone into the briefing room at Daejeon Government Complex where spokesman Son Young-rae will now shortly be presenting the latest figures and updates on the COVID-19 situation. Let's take a listen.
Let us now begin our regular briefing for the COVID-19 response. Today, our briefing will be carried out by Mr. Son Young-rae, Overall Officer of Strategy and Planning, and we are joined by Mr. Yoon Tae-ho as well today, and Yoo Man-jin as well. We have sign language translation available for you today. First of all, here is Mr. Son Young-rae with the briefing on the COVID-19 response here in South Korea. Let us now begin our regular briefing for October 7th, Wednesday. As of today midnight, we have 94 new local infections, and among them we have 83 in the metropolitan area and 13 in the non-metropolitan area as well. And we have 3 additional fatalities, and I extend my deepest condolences to the deceased and the members of the bereaved families. We also have a smaller impact of the lower number of the testings during the holiday season, and we are seeing a rebound in the number of cases. However, we need to consider a comprehensive interpretation of all different factors, not only focusing on the numbers itself. The level 2 social distancing measures have been imposed for the past 1 month or so, and I believe that many of our people are also experiencing a great level of fatigue. And the government also would like to apologize to the convenience for the public as well as that are directly linked with their livelihoods. And first of all, if you have received the public notification of from the public health center, and if you are all those confirmed cases or those who are on self-quarantine, we will be giving out 1.2 million Korean won of the allowance as well. And we will be also providing our 200,000 won of the children allowance as well. And they are also included in the 4th supplementary budget. And we also have the 150,000 won for those who are in middle school students, and they will be giving out in October as well. And we also have the emergency relief fund for the families, and this will be amounted to about 1 million Korean won, and they will also be given out very shortly upon applications. And as for the SMEs and the small business owners that are experiencing great financial difficulties, we have also given out our payments as well. And we also have the special encouragement allowance, which have been given to about 70 million people here in the country. Going forward, the Korean government will also make sure that these special allowances will be rolled out as soon as possible so that they can alleviate the burdens and the difficulties that are imposed on the members of the public. And as for those who have evacuated from the life treatment facilities, we have noted that on the October 4th, one person from Indonesia has evacuated from this facility by digging the earth, and he has been granted the entrance to the Republic of Korea as a foreign sailor. And in particular, this person has tested negative during this testings, and he showed no symptoms while staying at this center. And the police is currently doing an investigation based on the CCTV surveillance camera images, and we will also increase patrol services in and around the area. As for the detailed measures, we will be giving you a detailed update once we get the analysis from the police. And the intensified quarantine measures in place for Chuseok holiday will last until this weekend. And we believe that we should not focus too much on the fluctuating numbers. Rather, we need to have our eyes on whether these number of infections would rise significantly after the Chuseok holidays. And this is why we ask the members of the public to get tested as soon as possible if they have symptoms, including coughing or fever. And during the National Foundation Day, we did not have a massive outbreak because we were able to contain the public rallies. However, please note that during the Liberation Day rallies, we have had about 600 infections. And therefore, we ask you to understand and understand as well the fact that we had to contain these possible rallies as well. And during the weekend, we ask you to refrain from having such demonstrations and such public gatherings during the Hangul Day as well, and during the rest of the weekend. And during the weekend, we ask you to refrain from going on travel. And if you have to go on non-essential travels, please wear your face mask at all times and comply with the quarantine measures strictly. Going forward, as for the people who breach the quarantine measures, we will be highlighting the importance of indemnification, and including in Seoul and Jeju-do Island, a total of 8 cases of indemnification are being carried out at across 6 cities and provinces. And we will also have a pan-government committee that will oversee such indemnification rights as well. However, it is very important to note that this is only a means to intensify quarantine, and they cannot only be served as the means itself. And therefore, we need to ask the public to continue to abide by quarantine measures so that we do not have to rely on such indemnification rights measures as well. So we ask the members of the public to continue to exert a sense of solidarity and unity, and please exert our full efforts for the sake of our community. And I believe that we can overcome the virus very soon. The government will also exert our full efforts so that our members of the public are not fatigued over by the extended, prolonged quarantine measures as well. Thank you very much.
That was Ministry of Health and Welfare spokesman Song Young-le briefing us on the latest on the COVID-19 situation in Korea. He just told us that there were 114 new cases of COVID-19, bringing the accumulated total in the nation to 24,353. There were also 3 additional deaths, bringing the total death toll to 425. Well, that does it for our briefing, our coverage of this morning's briefing. We will be back shortly, though, with our regular news at midday here in Korea with Mark Broom. Until then, have a great day wherever you are.